that's a little better. That's, nope, just that. So yeah, actually I'll have to cut into this. A little deeper than what I wanted, but it's alright. Share one in Germany. Should be good. Alright. This one's ready, so
okay, what are you?
So basically what I'm doing is now that we got all the axles in, everything, it's all coming together nicely. It's not rubbing, it's not touching, it's not grinding, it's not doing any of that. We got our new two-piece spherical bushings in. We're gonna set up these brake hoses that came with our caliper sets for the '94 brake setup, rear Cobra disc brake setup. So these guys go right here. So he just had a little bit of access. We just removed it, gave him a little bit of a groove, and now when we put the screw in, he'll line up nicely and it'll look nice and neat. So get the other side ready because that one's done. And then what we're gonna do, we're just gonna put a little bit of clear coat on this just to keep it that way so it doesn't rust up while it's in storage or while we're not moving it. So we're gonna do that to all the pieces that we can, just so it looks good when we do pull it out. Don't want to keep continuously washing it. So we're just gonna take off a little bit more from the back right here, just so it sits a little bit better. We don't want it to be tugging on there. So once the screw goes in, it'll hold it nice and tight. It looks pretty decent, but it still doesn't sit right to when you get it nice and the hole kind of gets. So I just want to keep it nice and centered. Write it down. So, yeah, there we go. Bam. That's what we're doing. Alright, that's done. Now, line will come in here. We're going to come back with a space about that much. Bring it back down, over, and up to the distribution block up here. Alright, yeah, let's see if we can get this one down a little further. We'll put him on. I'll put it here. Bam. So now we're gonna put some clear coat on it, so we don't lose any of that rust. We don't get any of that rust. Don't want any of that crap on here. What's up, man? They had it on sale at Eastwood. It's diamond clear. I'm gonna give it a try to see what it'll work. Let's see how it leaves our parts, man. Like I said, I'm just doing this because I don't want. Damn, it's like really runny. I don't want to see any rust down here later. So it's like super runny. Yeah. Whatever it catches there. So, you know, I guess it's just gonna give it like a little bit more of a glare. But let's try. I'm just trying it out. That's what I really don't want. I just don't want anything to be. It's just gonna give it a sheen. Especially like this is really, it's really big. So you really can't see it, but I guess you can. Let it dry out. This one. Scuff this one up a little bit. Hook I got here. It's not even a hook. Alright. Now we'll just let them dry up. I don't make those. What I should have done is actually measure it out for the brake lines, so I'm gonna have to wait for them to dry up anyways. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Take off the tape. So as far as I see, oh, come on, get in there, Goody. These were meant for the rear drum setup, and we're tired of spending money, so we're not going to spend the money. We're just going to modify these stainless steel lines. So basically what I'm doing, the blue tape right here is going to, so it signifies that's where I'm throwing my next 90. I'm going to straighten this out. I'm going to cut off the little tip of that right there where the flare is at, so I can remove this fitting, because this fitting does not fit in here. So I have a couple fittings at the shop, but right now what I'm going to do, I'm going to shape these guys so they're perfectly set up, so tomorrow I can add the flare and whatnot. 3 inches here. Okay. I have to go back a little bit, but so I already took my little pipe cutter and I managed to straighten this line out. As you can see right here, I picked up some of these are straightening brake line pliers from Eastwood. Always a good store to go to and just blow your money, man. But so yeah, so did a nice job, not too bad. You know, it takes a little bit of muscle to it, but yeah. So I'm just gonna give this the 90. I'm just gonna straighten up this 90 because I actually need that to be here and then over. So we are eventually end up cutting off more of this piping, but we'll see what we get there. And that ain't not bad. That ain't not bad. Let's see if I can give it a couple more straightens. This fitting that came with this line just doesn't fit in here. It's a small fitting, so this is going to be a bigger 3/16 fitting. As you can tell, it just doesn't fit in there right. So we're going to get the right proper fitting right before we flare it. So when we do flare it, we have the proper fitting that's going in here. I think I'm going to have to do it from like right in the middle. Because that only gave me like 3 inches to work with. It may be too tight to have the fitting in there and doing the flare. So yeah, I'm going to give myself more room before I regret it. So we're going to go to the back of it. which they give you the handheld so you could mold it a little better. And these are actually really cool. A little higher right here, just give me. Best part about it, doesn't pinch it. That's exactly what I didn't want, and that's not doing it. It's good. So we get to size it up. Just a little bit straighter. Perfect. Bam. Perfect turn right there. Now we're gonna give it another 90. Let's see. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this guy to come back down that way, just a little bit. I may have to take this off. So when I get the fitting in, I'm still going to remove about, I want to say about that much. When I get the flare, I'm going to put this fitting in, and this guy will sit right in the side, right nice in there. As a matter of fact, I should just remove what I don't need right now, which, why not? When I used it, it chipped off my blade, so I'm going to have to go get a new blade. It's okay, it happens. Bam. And if I do say so, that's not a bad looking bend. It's got a little bit of pinches right here from where the but you know what you gonna do,
money.
Yeah. And that looks pretty good. So now we can flare this and, you know, start to get it ready to get it installed. We'll do the other side. Perfect. So go ahead. All right. Let's see if we can do this side. Alright. This guy off. So we're gonna remove the flare. Actually, I don't need to remove it, I'll just remove it. Like I said, it takes a little bit of playing, but man, that is really good. So you just gotta work it a little bit. So when it's really tight like that, I just get a little bit opening. I just keep getting it closer till it gives me enough angle to get it in here. Yeah, just put it in tracking. You know, they like I said, it takes a little bit of hand muscle, but a little bit of, there you go.
Looks straight, yeah.
Straight enough for the bead to go through, so yeah, I mean the fitting. There we go. It's not too bad. Oh, leave them on there. Other than that, I mean, this thing looks pretty dope. Get that back tightening. Basically what we did today, I'm gonna actually turn this in just a little more, but what we did today, we set up as you guys saw the videos, we got our problem with the our 31 spline and then our 8.8 gear in here, got all that figured out, so it's not in here rubbing. We set up our 94 Cobra calipers, and one of the other problems when we initially started the project with Sergeant Reckless, this was all drum, so we had the drums and we got rid of all that because it was nonsense. And but you know, sometimes you tend to jump the gun just to be ahead of the curve, and these lines were bought for a drum setup. That's why, as you saw, we just went ahead and shortened it up, because we went ahead and we used this. We used the Cobra brake hoses, got these set up in here nice. Now we just custom fit the lines, so it keeps it kind of a uniform look to it. So that's what we're going for, buddies. So that's it for today. Now we can go ahead and just do a little bit of minor touch-up and go ahead and start to install it. I want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you for Facebook, the Instagram, and please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube. If you have any comments or questions, please leave some on the bottom. We'd like to hear from you. And car season is over, but we'll catch you around next year.